You know what I love about this city? Nobody here pretends for very long. Maybe they try during the daytime. Politicians, businessmen, church folk, tourists with press shirts and fake smiles. But give New Orleans a few hours after sunset, a little music, enough liquor, enough heat pressing down on the skin. And eventually, people remember what they are. Hungry things. That's all anybody's ever been. Look at them down there. The man leaned against the rusty railing, overlooking the distant glow spilling upward from the quarter. Even this far north, near the dark edge of Pontchartrain, the sound carried. Laughter, horns, engines, voices tangled together beneath the wet April air. The city pulsed like something alive. They come here thinking they're escaping themselves for a weekend. That's the joke. The city doesn't let people escape themselves. It peels them open. Every year, same thing. They drink too much, eat too much, touch strangers, confess things they should not, cry over people they don't even miss until the bourbon hits just right. And afterward, they call it celebration. But it's not celebration. It's surrender. People got this idea that civilization changed us, made us cleaner, better, more refined. Maybe refined, sure. A knife gets refined too, but it still cuts the same. Underneath all the rules and routines, people still ache for the exact same things they always did. Hunger, permission, ecstasy. They want to stop being individuals for a little while. They want to dissolve into the crowd and feel something bigger carrying them. That's why festivals matter more than churches ever will. The man unscrewed the mason jar and took a slow drink, his eyes still fixed on the distant lights. The church talks about resisting temptation. You notice that? Resisting. Like temptation's this outside force banging on the door. Oh no, temptation comes from inside. It's your own blood talking back to you. Most people spend their whole lives trying not to hear it. But here, he gestures vaguely towards the city. Here, they let it sing. That's why New Orleans feels old. Older than America, older than all this concrete and electric light. The city remembers things. The swamps remember things. Hell, the lake remembers things. People come down here and something in them loosens, like they're stepping into a place where the boundary between who they are and what they want becomes extremely thin. It makes rituals easy. That made him smile, not proudly, more like a man appreciating good weather. They think I'm selling shine because I need the money. That part's useful, though. Nobody looks twice at a bootlegger moving crates around festival season, especially not one more southern bastard sweating through linen and talking too much. Meanwhile, every bottle they pass around tonight carries a little piece of the work inside it. Not poison, nothing so crude, but intention. That's the thing people never understand about magic. They think power comes from rare books or dead languages or circles painted on the floor. That stuff helps, sure, but the real power comes from participation, from people giving themselves willingly, even if they don't know they're doing it, especially if they don't know. One man chanting in the dark means nothing. 10,000 people eating, drinking, laughing, lusting, sweating together? Oh boy, that moves things. You can feel it if you pay attention long enough. The air starts thickening. Little coincidences start piling up. Dogs bark at empty corners. Folks get emotional for no reason. Dreams get strange. The city starts breathing different. That's the moment I live for. Not the result, not even the entities listening on the other side. The moment people become honest. Because, for one beautiful instant, all the masks fall away at once. Nobody's pretending to be civilized anymore. Nobody's pretending to be moral. They just consume. Desire moving freely through flesh like current through wine. And people call that evil. Maybe. But I've always thought evil was a word frightened people invented after they caught themselves enjoying something a little too much. Don't you think so, strange mister? Oh, you can come out now. I can feel your unnatural presence all the way from over there. From the corner of one of the stalls, a well-dressed man steps out. He walks towards the dear old moonshiner. He looks impressed. Well, well, well. Good evening to you, sir. Your speech was very pleasant. Was that meant for me? The moonshiner turns to him. I suppose it was. It doesn't matter if you listened or not. I just enjoy ruminating. I feel it clears the mind, cleanses the soul, and makes one's intentions sharper. I see. So, is that your form of meditation then? Well now, you certainly are quite sharp, stranger. So, mind telling me what brings you here this evening? The strange man paces around for a moment, contemplating. Well, you see, I'm impressed by you, to be frank. Honestly, I questioned if I should approach you or not. So, could you clear something up for me? Are you perhaps Nefandus? The moonshiner tilts his head a little, and then looks towards the stranger. Well now, Nefandus. I suppose so, but not exactly. I suppose a proper title would be Infernalist, maybe? Practitioner? I am a man who initiates the work, if that makes you feel any better. Ah, I see. Well, Mr. Moonshiner, that clears things up a lot. You see, I'm not interested in working with mad cultists. I'm interested in working with people who can be reasoned with. The intelligent folk, I should say. The moonshiner looks towards the stranger. Working together? Now that's interesting. You see, I don't function well in group projects. I prefer being project lead. Besides, isn't it quite rude to mention working together without introducing yourself? Ah, you bring up a fair point there, dear moonshiner. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Dimitri Rossellini. I am, shall we say, an interested party aiming to recruit your talents. Dimitri Rossellini, huh? I feel as if this is a lie. Oh, don't worry. You have a perfect poker face, my friend. It's just that, I've become sensitive to lies. For that matter, I am sensitive to all dishonesty and all ruminating emotions. So I understand very clearly that you're lying to me. The stranger laughs for a moment. I see. You are quite skilled considering your age. Well then, my apologies. My proper name is Ambrogino Giovanni. Does that name ring any bells to you? The moonshiner contemplates for a moment. Giovanni, That name does sound familiar. Augustus Giovanni, the great patriarch of the noble clan of Death. Yes, I remember now. So, you're his family then? The stranger looks surprised for a moment. You know, the leader of the clan of Death? That is strange. You're mortal in the end. How do you know that name? The moonshiner contemplates. Well, I wonder if you really are ready to hear my answer, Mr. Ambrogino. You see, I have killed many people, and amongst them, whilst extracting their brain cells for my experiments, they share some very juicy information with me. I imagine you're kindred fellows. Is that not what you call yourselves? I believe so. Correct me if I'm wrong. These kindred fellows of yours have much to share, especially under the burden of pressure. Besides, one interesting thing that I've learned is that the blood that courses through your veins carries many secrets. Secrets that I'm able to partially extract. And, as such, I was able to do a ritual of divination. And I came across the name of your patriarch. Oh, you are good. You're definitely very good. It seems I'm not wasting my time. Well, Mr. Moonshiner, you are right. I do hail from the clan of Death. In fact, I am a great necromancer, although it sounds rather tempestuous, perhaps, to call myself a great necromancer, but I am the foremost expert on the arts of the dead. And I recognize you as well. You must be a grand infernalist of some kind. I don't enjoy the title of grand infernalist. Such a pillar. At the end of the day, I'm a servant still. Besides, once you get attached to fussy titles, movement becomes restricted. So clearly, you've come here with some sort of intent. Please, make such a thing clear. I'm dying of impatience here. Yes, I apologize. You see, I'm interested in something very grand, and it involves needing particular talents to make it work. You see, I am seeking to enter the labyrinth, the great labyrinth of death, and there, close to the maw of oblivion, I must obtain something of great importance, something that I imagine, once you hear about, you'll be very interested in joining my cause. The labyrinth and the maw of oblivion. That is strange. So, Mr. Ambrogino, it seems you have a plan. But I find it hard to imagine, perhaps, that you would approach me so willingly. I mean, we barely know each other. So, how is it that you came across information about me? Right, of course. I knew you'd have some questions. Well, you see, I was gazing through the eyes of that young fellow who came to visit you. Do you remember? A few weeks ago. The man thinks for a moment. Ah, young Henry, is it? Curious. Is he involved with you? The stranger shrugs, Mr. Ambrogino. Well, something like that. We're connected, but perhaps not in the most positive light. You see, he belongs to a group, a family, I should say. And his family are the enemies seeking to stop us. Enemies that we happen to share. Ah, I see. You speak then of the Redgraves. Yes, they have been a thorn in my side for quite some time. So, what do you know about Redgraves then? Mr. Ambrogino thinks for a moment. Well, seeing as you know about them, I imagine you've encountered their ilk before? Oh, indeed, indeed. The last person I met from the Redgraves ruined my infernal ritual and casted me out of New Orleans. I dared not return until such time as his passing. Oh, that certainly is pretty interesting. So, who is this Redgrave then? I'm curious. Ah, I speak here of Jackson Redgrave. He was a true pain in my behind for quite some time. I had an organization, more fellows to help my work run along, but unfortunately, things did not end well. And ever since, newcomers of the Redgraves have been a pain in my backside as well. Specifically, the gaze from the Eye of Lazarus has caused me no small amount of suffering. So I've been more subtle with my work, you see? Mr. Ambrogino smiles. Oh, then do I have good news for you? You see, the previous generations of Redgraves have completely passed away. And, well, as you could see from, was it young Henry? Yes, they're not fit to take over the positions of their predecessors. So, they leave an opening for us to exploit. Curious indeed, Mr. Ambrogino. So, I have a few questions then. Are you aware of what's been happening around the city? Recently, for some unknown reason, a particular infernal creature has been writhing around the depths of New Orleans, and it is transforming this place into a land of demonic magic. I happen to recognize this demon, the great demon Kupala. In my travels to Transylvania, in researching demonology, I came across the existence of this great demon. It is the last of the great demons left here. Most others have been either sealed by the church, gone into hiding, or are convening in Los Angeles. So, what curious events led to this creature coming here? Whatever the case may be, because of its infernal taint spreading across New Orleans, I was able to return to the city quite easily. You told me that the user, the Eye of Lazarus himself, has died. I thought to myself that if this infernal taint is covering the city, I'll be able to cover my tracks more easily. But it seems it wasn't necessary. I can go more wild. This information is extremely useful to me, Mr. Ambrogino. For that you have my thanks. On that front, you need not thank me, Mr. Moonshiner. I am interested in your talents, so of course I will aid you to the best of my abilities. The Moonshiner thinks for a moment. I see. So the many chaotic happenings that have been allowed to pass is because the Redgraves are incapable. Their elders have fallen. What then of the Vanderlyn? Why have they not taken the stage to correct order? Do you know, Mr. Ambrogino? Ambrogino responds, well, that's easy. You see, they are interested in the very, very same thing that I am presenting to you. New Orleans, as you can clearly tell, is becoming the battleground of epic proportions. All factions are seeking to gain a benefit. Even the factions that have been hiding for so many years are crawling out of the woodworks, and they are extremely interested in this final result. You may not have been aware, the fluctuations have been hidden quite well, but the Vanderlyn are preparing for the final battle. That's why even that crazy lunatic Samuel, the hunter and arch enemy of your kind, has been quiet lately. Otherwise, this city would have been turned upside down, and this chaos would have been reined in. But they're gathering their resources, and it's not just them. You see, I used to be masked amongst my kind as well, trying to learn information from the highest members of those people in my society. The current leader of the kindred faction is barely a figurehead, and the elders are too busy fighting each other to notice. They're all aiming for the bait right in front of them, and know little of what lies beyond. If you're worried about my ties to the clan of death, know that such things matter little to me. I have long since left Augustus Giovanni behind. In 1999, during the long strew of incidents and the cataclysm of the Sixth Maelstrom, well, you can imagine, the clan of death is in shambles. Of course, such things, once again, matter very little to me. My pursuit has always been singular. You'll know that it's not a lie. I pursue the Sargon fragment, if you know what that is. And the answer to all my questions lie in the same place that everybody here is fighting for. So, what say you then, Mr. Moonshiner? Care to join me? The Moonshiner thinks for a moment. Why me, though? It seems to me that you've been preparing for quite some time. Whatever your plan may be, I'll be interested to hear it, but I'm curious as to why you've picked me. Well, truth be told, Mr. Moonshiner, I need countermeasures. The young Redgraves of today may be weak. Maybe that's not the right word. They are filled with potential, but right now, veterans would likely have been better suited to handle this situation. Should they refine their talents, they will be an annoyance the likes of which you cannot even comprehend. So, I am gathering pieces around the board that can counteract their abilities, you see? And one amongst them happens to be a knave infernalist. So I thought, a grand infernalist for a naive initiate. Should be fair enough. But, furthermore, the interesting part about this knave is that she uses a lost art. Tell me, have you ever heard of the art of time? I don't mean the mage's ability to manipulate time, but rather the sorcerer's path from the Dark Ages. The Moonshiner thinks for a moment. Ah, I see. The lost arts of chronomancy. How curious. That art was lost many, many centuries ago. For it to be here now, I imagine it has been butchered and squandered beyond recognition. Well, I think I'm starting to understand your intentions, Mr. Ambrogino. Beyond that, I'm curious about that body of yours. It looks so familiar, yet so strange at the same time. Pardon my curiosity, but I simply cannot stop staring. I figured. Yes, you see, this body is one I have pilfered from the Vanderlyn. It possesses the essence of what they are. But I am unable to grasp the full magnitude. I am a necromancer, yes, and I understand the body quite well, but in certain acts of spiritualism I am rather weak. I care only about the dead, after all, and transcending it. I see. So you're curious in my abilities, then? Are you perhaps hoping I'll be able to unlock the potential hidden away in this corpse? That might be a very interesting venture, to say the least. That alone is more than enough for me to join your cause, even if temporarily. So then, I'm curious, what about the war in Concordia? Ambrogino looked surprised for a second. You continue to impress me, mortal. Well, Concordia is in chaos. Honestly, I'm surprised you know about the Fae. Well, thinking about it now, I suppose it makes sense. There was a certain individual, Millard of Concordia, who caused inexorable damage. What I'm truly curious about, though, how exactly do you know about the name Concordia? That is not normal. Well, seeing as we're trading information, Mr. Ambrogino, I don't mind sharing. You see, a few years ago, I look back fondly. There was a man, an insomniac. He was also an amnesiac as well. He had problems. There was something so special about him, something I couldn't resist, so I approached him. He knew not where he came from or where he was going. But I was able to extract a name from his head. David Artier. Ambrogino looks as stunned as he has ever been, even on this night. David Artier, you say? Oh, all of the pieces are falling into place so perfectly. I must have you by my side. I'm even willing to sign a contract in case you're worried about betrayals later. That said, I must ask this question. Are you perhaps familiar with Ophelia Nightingale? The moonshiner's eyes light up. Of course I remember. The mother of infernalism. She is our pride and joy. Well, for those of us who care about such things. Yes, I remember her. She was a fellow of mine in the Thule Society, even if it was for a very short time. Unfortunately, we had to go our separate ways. What I do remember, though, is her profound interest in the Nefandus. She pursued them, ingratiated herself among their ilk, and utilized their talents on the attack against the Horizon Harmony. Horizon Harmony. The focal point of the 9 traditions? How did you come across this information? Well, you see, I was in contact with her in the early 90s. You see, she required my abilities to help initiate the incidents of White Monday. Quite an interesting plan, I must say. I was able to get a lot of specimens, so I didn't mind helping her. And then there is the creation of the Glyphothic tree. I was there for the final battle in 1999. Oh, really? So you've seen the Glyphothic tree then? Yes, I've been profoundly interested in it. Unfortunately, I do not possess the means to access it. Could you perhaps help me, Mr. Necromancer? Of course I can. Why wouldn't I? You see, we have business with the Glyphothic tree. Tell me, are you familiar with the name Abraxas? The moonshiner thinks for a moment. Sax, Amun, Abraxas, for thou art the moon, the chief of the stars, he that did form them. Listen to the things that I have said. Follow the words of my mouth. Reveal thyself to me, then. Thana, Thanata, otherwise, Thay. That is the correct name of the Lord 365, the Lord over 365 heavens. I see now. Oh? You know of this demon, then? Your knowledge of the scriptures is truly astounding, Mr. Moonshiner. Yes, I speak of that Abraxas. But this is quite curious, Mr. Ambrogino. If I remember correctly, Abraxas was the companion of the dear mother of infernalism. Should he not be the focal center point of the Glyphothic tree? How is it then that you mention him here? Well, you see, Mr. Moonshiner, the Abraxas, the true Abraxas, sleeps at the foot of the Glyphothic tree. That much is true. However, Ophelia possessed kin. That kin has squandered a piece of power, the blessing of the Glyphothic tree, and quite recently, that novice infernalist was able to access, somehow, a strange ritual that managed to bring it back into this world. It seems to have left the country for now. It's been a partner of mine for a while now. We aim to reconvene very soon, so you'll get your meeting and ask your questions then, Mr. Moonshiner. So, in lieu of all this, I bring a gift to you. Ambrogino places a piece of cloth in front of the moonshiner. He opens it and reveals a leaf. Could this be a leaf from the Glyphothic tree? Yes, just as you surmise, Mr. Moonshiner. It is exactly that. Considering our relationship going forward, I brought a gift that I thought would suit you. So, what say you? Are you interested in joining my cause, even if temporarily? Well, you certainly do have a lot of interesting things to say, Mr. Ambrogino. Very well then. My name is Ferdinand Tolise. I hail from a very, very far place, and I pursue to make New Orleans my backyard. So, I hope that our relationship does not become too strained, my friend.